In a poor neighborhood, Lana had dreams. She dreamed of going to university, having a successful career, and marrying someone who truly loved her. But her family had other plans. Despite her refusal, her father forced her to marry their neighbor. In just one moment, her entire future was taken away, on her very first day in that house. She wasn't treated like a wife but like a servant. Her mother-in-law ordered her to cook, clean, and obey without question. And her husband looked at her coldly and said, "I don't love you. I only brought you here to serve my mother." Those words broke something inside her. Days passed, then months, and Lana slowly became like a machine, cooking, cleaning, and living a life without love, without dignity. She tried to ask her parents for help, but her mother told her, "This is marriage, just be patient." And her father refused to take her back. She was completely alone. After a year, Lana still hadn't had a child, so they went to the doctor. The doctor said she had a small tumor, something treatable, something normal, but instead of supporting her, her mother-in-law started calling her defective and demanded her son to divorce her. Her husband didn't hesitate. He took her back to her parents' house and left her there like she meant nothing. Desperate, she tried to go back to him, but this time he gave her a condition. He would take her back, only if he could marry another woman, and she had to accept it. Lana was shattered, but she had no choice, so she said yes. And from that moment, her life became even worse. She was no longer just a servant to her husband and his mother, but also to his new wife. The humiliation, the pain, the silence, it slowly destroyed her. A few months later, the second wife got pregnant, and just like that, Lana was no longer needed. She was divorced again and thrown away like nothing. That night, alone in her room, crying endlessly, Lana picked up a knife. She wanted to end everything, but her hands trembled, and in that moment, something changed. She looked at herself and said, "Why am I the one who suffers? Why am I so weak?" She wiped her tears and made a decision that would change everything. The next day, she went out to look for a job. Her parents tried to stop her, but for the first time in her life, she refused to listen. She found a job as a cleaner. It wasn't easy, but it was her first step toward freedom. Later, she found another job taking care of an elderly woman who lived alone, and for the first time, someone treated her with kindness. The old woman loved her like a daughter, and slowly Lana began to heal. 1 year passed, and one day the old woman became very sick. Before she died, she did something unexpected. She left her house and her soap factory to Lana. Lana couldn't believe it, but the old woman looked at her and said, "You deserve a better life." A few days later, she passed away, and just like that, Lana's life changed forever. At only 25 years old, she became a successful businesswoman, and she rebuilt herself from nothing. She went back to studying and started chasing the dreams she once lost. One day, she decided to visit her parents. They were shocked. They couldn't believe what she had become. She helped them, not because they deserved it, but because she chose peace. But the past wasn't done with her yet. Her ex-husband came back, begging her to return, but this time she saw the truth. It wasn't love, it was greed. So Lana did something smart. She recorded everything he said, all the lies, all the insults, even how he spoke badly about his second wife. Then she sent the recording to his wife. In one moment, everything collapsed, just like he once destroyed her. His life began to fall apart. And Lana, she finally chose herself. She met a man who truly loved her, respected her, and gave her the life she always deserved.